Hello, welcome to the Free Cheese episode 299. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Marc Augustiniak.
What's up?
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Man, I did not think we would get to 299. I just don't think all the way back then that I thought, I don't know what I thought.
We're just in the moment.
Yeah, you're just making a podcast. Next thing you know, it's
You just kind of do it week by week, and then
crazy. So next week, obviously it's 300, and we're gonna do 300 right by
doing 300.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a clip show. That's what people do when they get to big anniversary episodes, right?
Fill with our favorite bites from the beta.
That's it, all done. No, we're gonna do something cool. We're gonna induct another video game into the Free Cheese Hall of Fame. What's in there now? You get
Just two games. You can do it.
Grand Theft Auto 3
Uh-huh.
and Bloodborne.
There
I
you
knew
go.
Bloodborne because there's still a sticky note hanging up on the amiibo shelf that Matt loves.
Glad someone's keeping track of the games, though, for you.
I have the sticky note to refer to for Bloodborne right beneath all of your favorite amiibo, but then I don't have a sticky note for GTA 3, so I forget, you know?
I forgot about GTA 3.
Yeah. I should probably put like shit, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make a Hall of Fame page sometime soon for the website. But that's for another time. This week's episode, though, because I feel like in this pre-E3 couple of weeks, speaking of which, where's my phone? I got a timer for you, dude. Now, I don't know if my math is right here, because I forget which day I started the countdown leading into, but right now, we've got 26 days. How fucking stoked are you? That's less than 4 weeks. That's like a couple days away from being 3 weeks.
It's
It's almost tomorrow.
Oh, man, it's almost tomorrow.
It's no, I always it's always like a roller coaster for me.
Oh, yeah.
Not the ride itself.
Yeah.
The line. Getting to the seat and
Yeah.
then sitting down in the seat. That won't happen until like the day of or day before. But yeah, you're in the line just like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Been on this ride, seen it before.
But then you hear the screams, and you're like, I'm ready to scream.
All right, yeah, it's just not. You're there, but you're not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see it's almost here. You're almost on that ride. It's a good analogy. It's a real good analogy.
Yeah, as long as you don't pass out like me, we're fine.
You do that on a roller coaster?
But then you...
Already
Twice.
Oh, dang.
But then what happens is you get up there, and you're like, oh, well, I want to sit in the front. I want to be able to see everything.
Yeah.
And then you get in that extra line, and that extra line just happens to be EA.
Oh, no.
It's the extra tease.
Oh, he added on. Yeah, he's accurate with that.
Yeah.
It's the extra tease. Like, we're here, but you're not here.
Yo,
You could have been there, but you're not there.
Nah.
Because we put everything a day earlier, you fuck. Wait longer for the good shit. Well, more on E3 in a couple weeks when that happens. But I feel like in that pre-E3 stage, I'm not playing a lot because there's nothing to play, which seems stupid because this is the perfect time.
Plenty of stuff to play.
I don't. No, I know where you're going with this, goddammit. I can see your shit-eating grin as you're about to mutter. Anyway, this could be the time to like catch up on the backlog or do whatever, but I find myself instead just not doing anything. Don't.
I didn't play anything like that soon enough.
I know what you want to say.
Everyone has a Steam backlog.
I mean, like last weekend, I feel like I did that. I stayed up until 5:30 playing Sonic games, which is a good life decision. I stand by. But in the wake of us, or I assume you guys not playing a ton, we're gonna have a little special topic of the week later on where we talk about remakes and reboots and revivals. Based on the fact that we maybe saw something during a PlayStation thing this week, and maybe based on the fact that I listened to a Retronauts podcast based on the same topic that I stole for this episode. I liked it.
At least you straight up admitted it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not an asshole. No, they talked about it and it got me thinking, like, man, because they recorded theirs back in like August or something. It's been a whole while. We have other things we could talk about. We won't go into full length. It was a good episode though. You should go listen to that. Retronauts from way back when. But yeah, did you guys have a good week?
Yeah, I still have my Xbox Live account.
You still have it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even though you've been sending different messages than Microsoft may.
Been sending the same. Still
doing
there.
All right. I wonder how that. Obviously, those rules were set up, I think, so that if I report you and Microsoft looks at whatever, and they ban you, and you go, why was they banned? They go, because you broke the... Look, clearly we state in our thing, as of April 30th, 2019, you can't say shit like this, and you said shit like this. But are they policing it to the point of they have like a filter set up? So if I just send you, Mark, something terrible, or if I say, leave my country, come back when your KD's over 1.
That was a good one. I laughed out loud on that one.
If I send you that as my friend as a joke,
yeah,
am I then banned? Like, are they going out and seeking that shit?
Only if I report you.
Do you know that for a fact? Or is that like
because if it's not reported, I don't think they're gonna see it as. You know what I mean?
Well, all right. I'm using the silly example here, but what if someone legitimately calls one of their friends some slur that they would otherwise deem bannable? Is the filter picking that stuff up?
I don't know. I kind of see it as just like a digital version of like the cops. Like, yeah, if they're there and they see it, they're obligated to do something. But if they're not, if you don't bring it to their attention, they're not going to do anything.
All right, fair. That's a good.
I guess even if you do, they might not do anything. But
I'm really on board right now with every comparison you've made tonight. So far, 2 for 2. You're knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, I feel like just for maybe it's like a legal thing. Like they don't want to.
Yeah, I mean it's
they don't want to jump in and do all this and then be like, whoa, like, what are you doing, like, monitoring everything? But it's like, bitch, you're on my system, you're on my software.
Yeah.
What do you want? You're in my yard.
Yeah.
I watch my yard.
I guess there must have been a need to clearly define some new boundaries. But I'm glad to see that you still have an active Xbox Live account, man. Good job.
Still the same gamer tag?
Yeah. Same avatar, same gamer tag.
That's the question. You got to...
Yeah, like when do they start cracking
system.
down on the fact that you have a picture of Jack Trenton? That's the stuff.
Because that's the troll.
They said don't put any. Well, you can't. We didn't read everything last week, but there was another piece in there about like you can't manipulate your user image to make it look like hate speech or religious whatever. But
I'm just trolling Xbox. That's all I'm doing.
But the religious piece of it is what scares me about yours, because having the figurehead of one of the most.
It's like Major Nelson or somebody reports Matt.
I would love that. Like, hey, hold on a second.
If that's what gives me banned off of Xbox, then they don't deserve me.
Pretty good. Right.
I'd say that's a win.
Yeah, I know they don't deserve me.
Mark, good week.
Yeah, I would say better weekend.
Yeah.
Somewhat a little vacation.
Well, mini
for Mother's Day weekend. Nice. That was my mom's idea to go out, rented some place in Ocean City. Left Friday night, came back Sunday. It was pretty neat. We didn't do too much. It was pretty low key. Did 2 rounds of mini golf.
Nice.
My brother won both of those because he rigged it. Shouldn't give him the scorecard.
Yeah.
Went to the boardwalk. Jumped into an arcade for a bit. He taught me how to rig some of the games there, which happens to be what Dave & Buster's also has. So doing a lot of the beanbag toss one. And like,
how do you rig that?
It's not so much. It's not really one of like rigging. It's just, it's a pretty easy game to get a lot of tickets out of. And he always wipes the machines clean of tickets. Like we had to get maintenance to come over like 3 times to fill the stuff up because they have scores at the top. And whenever you are trying to tempted to beat it, that score gets lowered if you didn't beat it. So he finds the lower ones to take advantage of because you have to throw into a certain hole 3 times to get like a certain amount of points. God. And we just had a butt ton. And then we went to like the other machines where you keep pushing coins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we were basically gambling.
How do you get those? Can you?
I mean, like, because you go after the ones that are leaning on the edge of like.
I feel like they're always leaning on the edge and they never tip.
No. I mean, even at Dave & Buster's, I did this, and
really?
No, it's possible. Huh. You just got to work it.
All right.
And so like we were all doing that, and then we got our mom to play Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
Rig that one.
I like.
So my brother told me it. He was like, record the suitcases with slow mo because they have a pattern and they go around everywhere. Mm-hmm. And as I'm following it, my brothers told my mom which suitcases to pick and keep saying no deal. And by the time I found it, we figured out which case had the highest amount of tickets in it.
So good.
And then we did Wheel of Fortune. We helped her with that. That one, no rigging, just help guessing.
Yeah.
That was fun.
A good collaborative family grifting experience.
Never done that before. It's all
family crime.
That's all my brother's doing because he does this in his own time.
I love that you're very quick. Like, this was not me. Like, I was
Look,
there.
I mean,
I maybe had a phone in my hand,
I was
but
just the arcade mafia, just extortion.
They did have the Halo game there, but we didn't play it.
You
I
played
played
it.
it.
Did you like it?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Did you sign in? Did you put your phone?
Hell
in?
yeah, I did.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think it took me longer to figure out how to do it because you have to download Waypoint and not the Xbox app. Or no, not Waypoint. You have to go to
you have
Waypoint.
to go to Waypoint.
Yeah.
I still have to try that.
It was fine. I played with Victoria.
Right. She like it?
I mean, she doesn't really know Halo that much, so she
It's
didn't
fine,
get
just
it. But I
shoot
was like,
But yeah, I mean, like,
that was Master Chief. He just ran by.
yeah.
So, oh, the Autumn is crashing.
It's down.
This is all the events of the first game, Victoria. This is so cool. She's like, what?
It's all happening right there.
And then like getting tickets, I can understand why Dave & Buster's has credit now on a card. Makes so much sense.
Oh yeah.
Because my mom's purse was filled beyond the bag.
That's kind of cool though, you know, and you get to create litter.
I
know?
think I was gypped from Dave & Buster tickets. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I had a lot of digital tickets, and
Here's
I
the
didn't
thing,
have as many.
You got to
when I
look
went back.
around at some of those machines because some people don't put their card in to get the credits, and you might be able to pick up some extra credits. I did that.
Again, family grifting.
That's my personal.
Wait, no,
finders keepers.
You don't have to put it in to claim the tickets. It just knows the last card was swiped. Because I never put the card back in, but like I've gotten the right amount.
Then I don't know why I put in a card and then it gave me credits that were just not there for some reason. I don't know. It was weird. Maybe I'm thinking about it differently. Maybe it's something a little more to
Or
it.
sometimes I could see where a machine might glitch out and not pay out to someone. They go, "Oh, fuck this," and they walk away, and you come up and you go, "I'm gonna play," and then you just get.
And it might have
50.
given me the last person's, and then as
I
well
could see
as
it
starting
as-
something new.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the game. That might make a difference too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So got some prizes. Oh, we got about the tickets we got with 4,378. And then got my mom some lighthouse thing. My brother's got some. I mean, my brother and I got these switchblade combs because we're badasses. Hacky sacks.
The arcade mafia.
And we gave the rest to like this family that was scanning tickets.
Nice.
And then stayed up pretty late. Shouldn't have because he had to leave very early. But I introduced my brother to Windjammers. Oh yeah. And we were just playing that. We were just going back and forth. That's fun. Like because he's never played it before. I played it, so I know a little more, but not. I'm not saying I'm like good or anything, but I know how to do different throws.
Oh yeah, different. Yeah.
Because they're almost
Are
like
you
fighting
doing the
game
like
inputs.
off the wall stuff?
Yeah, and,
It's got all that-
and I'm trying to tell him too, and so he's kind of learning as we're playing. But like we were up until like maybe almost 3 a.m. So just playing that, and like that's fun. Like that, I love how easy like somebody can just pick that up and just get right into it.
It's simple, but once you get, like you said, the fighting game stuff, you can really get into some cool ass mechanics.
Yeah, I enjoy that a lot. That was probably the majority outside of like Pokemon Go and stuff.
Yeah.
That was probably the
How's
majority.
that down in a beach scenario? I don't think I've played it at a beach.
Well, at the mini golf courses, we like taking over a gym, a bunch of stops everywhere. I had that Pokeball Plus, so I had that with me everywhere I went.
Yeah.
That was just swiping all the stops for me. So that was pretty cool.
What does it do when you run out of room? Or you bought like 7 backpacks, so I guess you don't run out of room, do you?
I mean, if you run out of room, it would just tell you, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah. But I mean, I did make room preemptively just in case.
Because that like adventure sync thing, I find that whenever I open it, it's like, here's 72 Pokeballs. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to throw them all in the trash because I don't have room to carry this shit.
Sometimes it hatches eggs without doing the animation, so I forget who I have unless I check like the most recent.
Yeah. I get that with adventure sync where I'm like,
Yeah.
open it up. Or sometimes it'll say, oh, an egg's about to hatch. And I click on it. I'm like, it didn't fucking. Oh, it hatched yesterday. Thanks.
And it was helping me with Let's Go because I was leveling up everything, my party, with doing that too. So that helped out a lot.
Is it the part where we talk about video games we played this week?
I guess. I mean, mine was just basically, Let's Go, and the Windjammers.
And extorting the arcade for all their
Yeah,
all their tickets.
No, because I ended up playing a little bit of Let's Go as well. What tricked me into it? What was it this weekend? Something got me.
Was it a certain movie?
Yeah, but I didn't see the movie yet, so
Was it just a hype of everything?
yeah, maybe just being back in the thing. I ended up opening up Let's Go and playing. I like that game, but I also don't like that game. I don't know what it is.
It's slow.
I think I know what it is.
Like it is, but it isn't. That's weird to say.
But the thing that can make it go a little bit faster is to kind of game it a little bit and use 2 players.
Yeah.
There's no good control scheme though.
No.
I've been playing with the Pokeball Plus, and that when I want to do anything besides walk or catch in that game, I need to go grab a different controller. But I can't grab the Pro controller because you can't even press the home button on the Pro controller. It doesn't even. It just kills any interactivity with the Pro controller.
If Sword and Shield doesn't enable that,
I'm not buying it. I think
I don't know. I don't know if I can put myself through that.
It sucks, a lot. It's just not.
Try petting your partner Pokemon with the Pokeball Plus.
Man.
It's annoying.
You have to turn. It's so weird. So I don't love that. And then I was playing in handheld mode, and it's a little bit better. But then I got to a point where I was kind of getting my ass kicked, and I was just because I was underleveled and somewhere I shouldn't have been. So I did the stupid thing where I slide the Joy-Con off, but they're still on the side, and then shake it real quick. So I get my support trainer to come by.
And you click them back in?
No, because when you click them back in, it goes back to hand. So you just kind of have to hover there in this uncomfortable ass position.
Weird.
If I were playing on TV, it'd be easier because I would just have them both right there. But I'm in bed, kind of playing handheld, and
I had my brother trying a little bit of the 2-player thing, and it just still felt groggy to do.
With 2 people, yeah. I could see where that could be interactive and kind of fun.
Well, and then you're useless too. That second trainer is no better than playing as Tails and Sonic.
I'd say it's worse.
In battle, you're better because you have 2 Pokemon in the field, which is nice.
Unless it's some type of special battle, and before it triggers, your partner just whoop bye off into the ceiling. He or she goes.
I haven't had that.
Yeah, I'm in the Self Company building fighting
Me
Team
too.
Rocket,
Yeah.
and there's a Rocket executive, or no, Jesse and James.
Mm-hmm.
Your second player cannot help you with that. It's 2 against 1, and you're the 1.
That sucks.
Yeah,
That really sucks. Because that was in the foyer of that building when you have to fight Blue. Did you do that part?
Oh, that's Celadon City, isn't it?
I'm in Silphco. I did the thing where I walked into whatever after the tower, the Pokemon
Oh no,
tower.
you're right. It is Saffron. My bad.
And you walk in, they
Yeah.
push some dude out of the way, and you have to fight Blue and work your way up.
And your rival jumps in.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna fight you and your friend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was fighting him, but all of his Pokemon, he had 2 Pokemon, he had an Exeggutor and a Charizard.
Okay.
I guess because I had Dippy.
Bulbasaur?
Oh wait, no, you don't get a fucking Bulbasaur. You get a goddamn
Yeah, Eevee.
Either way, so I'm fighting him, and all this he had Exeggutor and Charizard level 38 and 40, and my highest was 37, but it was Eevee.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do a whole bunch. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna shake this shit up, and I beat him that way. But to not have that secondary Pokemon, it would have just meant more grinding outside to level them up and get back in. But
Yeah.
What would you know? An RPG you have to grind in.
But the grinding's not fun in this. I know grinding's not intended to be fun, but there's something cathartic about that. All right, let me just walk in the same patch of grass for 4 hours.
Because you're not fighting anymore. You're just catching them. Unless you're fighting trainers.
I feel like if I were doing the grind of the fight, then you're kind of
you see, I think I'd rather. Granted, I don't. Man, I can't speak.
It's the fucking wrist. It's having to do that over and over again.
I just think it's weird catching Pokemon without weakening them.
It feels antithetical to what we've kind of been trained to know. But even if you can break that, it's that, especially playing on the TV with the Pokeball Plus.
Yeah.
It's inaccurate or feels inaccurate still.
Because I rewatched the cartoon recently, just a few episodes, and the part like where he gets Caterpie.
Sandshrew.
It's like right before that, but it's like right where Ash gets a Caterpie and he throws the ball. It's like, whoa, like I got him. Like that's great. It's like Dean like he says he didn't even have to fight him, and Misty was like, well, that's because Caterpie's a weak Pokemon. And,
So that
like,
just makes you think in this.
and
all
she doesn't like
Pokemon.
bugs. Yeah, so in Pokemon Go, like every Pokemon is weak.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're doing a raid,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I still like it. But my notes that I wrote down for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee say, I don't know, but I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm kind of just getting through it just to get through it.
Yeah.
I'm not like in love with it.
I definitely needed that break. Like, I thought when that game came out, I was gonna head over heels, just beginning to end, replay it over and over again. But
I think I'm still too
Definitely
nostalgic
won't.
for sprites and like chiptune
yeah,
music.
it seems too clean.
But also, like the biggest problem with Let's Go is that like it's just mostly soulless. Like the NPCs are very stiff. There's not much like
Physically or like in the writing? Because the writing feels like on par with Red and Blue.
I always say like just physically, like everything just seems stale in like presentation.
It seems like it was. I mean, it's just a straight up remake.
But it just doesn't have that charm.
Like
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But yeah, I mean, like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not the worst.
Did you play anything else besides those?
No, not really.
Matt?
I play more Rocket League.
Yeah.
I've been diving into those other modes, and even in the game they deem them other, like Rumble and Drop Shot and Snow Day. The Rocket Pass, I think it was something they started this time around, but because I only bought the first one, I don't remember this. But every week they do weekly challenges, which if you complete them, help you get the grind towards your end goal of the battle, or the Rocket Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like, play a specific mode or win 2 games in a specific mode. And the one last week, it was like, I think it was something in Rumble. And I started playing it, and I was like, damn, Rumble's fun. And like now that everything's cross-play, and I guess the Rocket Pass also helped that week, the server was like populated, so it was a lot easier. I'm not waiting around nearly as long as I was back in the day for a game. Man, Rumble's so fun. Just all the random bullshit power-ups. You got the boxing glove.
It's like a mini Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like there's a couple different powers. There's one where like you can switch spots with an opposing car. There's the
Oh, that's kind of cool.
you got the boxing glove. It's like the spring boxing glove that hits the ball from your
They're
car.
my favorite.
You got the anchor, which is the opposite, where like the anchor goes into the ball and it drags you into the ball to hit it. There's the plunger, which also shoots from your car and will pull the ball towards you. So like a good strategy is like to go into the other goal and spring it, and then it will like drag into the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that when we played. I just kept plunging myself to the walls and flinging myself around.
And there's one where it's like there's a power up where like you can make yourself like you're not like infinite turbo, but like you're hitting the ball with, like super strength, or like if you just tap another car, it will blow them up.
Nice.
And then there's one where you can just set someone's like engine, like it's like you're hitting the accelerator for them, like you just all of a sudden gives them like this turbo thing that just doesn't stop. So like,
Yeah.
and then you can freeze the ball. That's all of them actually. I think I got them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not like power up so long. It's like every 10 seconds from the time you use it or from the time the power up completes, and then it just goes to the next one. So I've been playing a lot of that, and I hit diamond ranking in that mode, and that's the first time I hit diamond ranking.
That's the highest of the high?
No, there's one more above it.
Black Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
It's purple, and I don't remember what it is.
Chaos
Purple
Emerald.
Diamond. Oh, it's chaos. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be emerald. I don't remember what it is.
It's Chaos Emerald.
But yeah, I usually am a platinum player, but I got into
Yeah.
diamond with this one. And I'm
Congratulations.
still winning too. It wasn't just a fluke thing.
These are diamonds, aren't they?
Sure.
They look
Baseball
like it.
diamonds.
So yeah, I'm blowing through that Rocket Pass.
What are you playing? Xbox?
Xbox.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the 50s, and like the end is 70, but then like you could go to 90, but I think there's a caveat to it. I don't know if like those levels are harder to get once you get in there, but like it's all like the high tier items, and like usually you can scroll ahead on the Rocket Pass to see what you're about to unlock. Those are all like you can't see.
Do they have an end to an end date?
It's in like June. It tells you the end date,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's like
cool.
June or July, so I got plenty of time.
Yeah. It's cool that there's a different mode to fuck around in, like, because that game can be very much the same thing, which is not a bad thing, but you know what I mean? To have that one thing where you're still kind of doing it, you still get to do some of the same mechanics.
I think me doing the Rocket Pass stuff, like, is making me play in different ways, which is always nice, because I usually get stuck in one way until I get bored, and I just don't want to try anything else.
Does that grant you different XP for the Rocket Pass or something? Or
yeah, like, every level you get every actual level, like, your experience just from playing, you get, like, 10 of these, like, points, and it's 10 points per level in the Rocket Pass. So just by getting a level, you get a Rocket Pass level. But these weekly ones can be different things. Like 5 wins in Rumble could have been 8 points.
Yeah.
And then you stack them up. Essentially, like, if you complete all the all the challenges for the week, you can get somewhere between like 20 or 30 probably.
Oh, shit.
Those points. So you get a couple free levels out of it.
That's not bad. And thankfully, that was the only thing that had like any sort of like progressing pass related thing that you were interested in this week, right?
Before I get there, I just want to touch on Sekiro.
I'm
making my way through that. Mibu Village, I thought was the most Bloodborne place ever, but then I found the next one in Fountainhead Palace with these weird squid boys. That was weird.
Some good
Mark witnessed the first time I saw them, and just the downright slaughter.
Yeah, those are. I don't know. Like, I said they look like the worms from Men in Black, but like a more like ghosty version.
I kind of like that.
But like but don't take them lightly. I mean, you can if you're, I guess.
I mean, they're one-hit kills, and it's not the first time you see one, but the other one, it was like it was almost like an NPC character. You needed to kill it, but it was for a reason.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't really fight back. But whatever these guys do, I forget. Entangled? It was something. It was some kind of status effect where like they just drain you pretty much like all your power-ups, your health and all that, and then it's like they do this grab and attack that just instantly kills you.
But they're like playing a flute, like normally before you interact with them.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So that's weird.
Way.
So, I feel like I'm on the last quarter, if not fifth of that game.
Nice.
It's hard in that area though. I haven't gone back since that day, but
dang.
I've seen a few people on my Twitter timeline talking about how they've reached the final boss, and then like they've been on the final boss for some time. So I don't envy you there. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to that one or not. I don't know.
The game didn't even get good.
I know, it just didn't grab me right away. I didn't give it enough time. I know that, but you know,
You're saying there's nothing new to play.
I don't know what it is, dude.
You got 2 games that just came out that are worth at least looking at. Then you got a third one that's around the corner.
Are you getting that still?
Rage 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that still. I don't know. We have nothing new to play.
Shut up!
Uh-huh. I'm still getting Days Gone as well at some point.
Oh, don't do that.
I didn't get it yet.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I think that's what it really is. It's like
there's too much shit to beat right now. I gotta get
here
through
comes
Sekiro.
Mark's metaphors.
I want to see that.
What's in the fridge?
I want to see that Rocket Pass all the way through. And then I just bought the Battle Pass for Dota 2. That came out. That was a nice little.
How many Battle Passes have you bought from Dota 2?
This is only the second one. And then I
really
buy. Huh. And then I buy.
He's been a victim of Dota 2 for 3 years now. But
yeah,
he's only been actively contributing money to his addiction for 2.
And then I get Plus though.
Of course,
yearly.
Yeah. You gotta.
That's like $40.
Yeah.
So yeah, bought that.
How many levels are you in that?
I didn't really play a lot of it, so I'm still on the first level. But I played a few games of Turbo.
How much is Battle Pass?
Well, of course, there's different tiers, but you can just get in for $10.
Okay, is that what you did?
Mm-hmm. And then, like, you can go up to, I think you start at level 60 or something like that for 30, and I think it's like 60 if you want to go to like 150. Because there's thousands of levels. Like, you can never do it just by playing it. You would have to buy extra levels to get to the end.
God no. You almost tricked me.
I was thinking about
last night.
I was very drunk last night playing, so I kept seeing the gift battle pass thing popping up. I was like, I should.
Legit, Matt sends me a message. I don't know what time it was. Like, I already went to bed, and I was like, all right, I'm in bed. And then I was laying there playing Pokemon. I was like, this sucks. I want to do something good. And I turn on my computer, and the first thing that happens when I launch Steam to try and figure out what I'm doing with my life. Actually, not the first thing. I downloaded DC Universe Online on Steam. I don't fucking know.
All right.
I didn't launch it. I just was thinking about it. I went to the store, typed in the word Batman, and that came up. And I was like, Yeah, I'll install it. And as that's installing, Matt sends me a message with a fucking invite to play Dota. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I hit join now, and I didn't have it installed. So it had to install, and it was going to take like longer than it was to download DC. And I was just like, So then I sent him, before sending him a screenshot of it, I made sure to send him an invite to the Sea of Thieves Discord. Yeah. You joined, right?
No, of course I didn't fucking join. I think I said something that would have broke the Xbox Live. Trash
No,
talk.
I don't think you did. I think it was.
Matt would have been reported.
I tried Sea of Thieves this week, but because they had that anniversary.
So the Dota Battle Pass.
No, hold on. They had that anniversary update that was supposed to add story content, which is, of course, what everyone was like, where is it? And, like, I'm not denying that it's there, but I sure as shit can't find it. Like, it's not front-loaded. When I've jumped back into it, did you jump in since the anniversary stuff?
No.
Like, it still loads you in on an island in the tavern. You go out, and, like, it's the same fucking people, and I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something, but game's still pretty. I like it a lot on PC.
Oh, I have the prices right here. I forgot I did. $9.99 to get in. To get to level 50 right from the start. $29.35.
In
and
addition to
no,
the 10?
like no,
Okay,
just
got it.
$29.35 to start at level 50, and then you can start at level 100 for $44.99.
What if I want to start at level 1000?
Well, you can purchase the 100 one, and then you can buy 24 additional battle pass levels for $10 a pop.
Oh my god.
How many pictures can you put in your room?
Good question. And
'Cause I had 8.
you get skins, you get chat stuff, you get announcer packs, avatars, clothing. I don't know.
Yeah, you pretty much hit it. You pretty much are earning like different things, like you're saying. A lot of the costume stuff, like you just get from you essentially get a loot box.
Yeah.
And then you roll for the different costumes in it. And then this is where it gets weird though, because some of that stuff expires, some of that stuff is permanent. Like the costumes, I think are permanent, but like the voice things, like once you get them, they're not necessarily
because they're like only a seasonal thing sometimes. Right?
Yeah, and a lot of I don't know, some of the first ones are probably like the dumb like chicken noises or whatever.
Sure.
But like when you get into the later levels, it's like all these voice clips of like past
last
tournaments.
year, yeah.
And then you just spam them the whole time. It's a lot of so far the pro players have been using Seeb a lot. It's just some guy yelling Seeb.
Seeb, what does that mean?
I think that's a player.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this question. Any artifact integration?
Nope. Wow. Dead game is dead game.
That's a bummer.
I don't know. Maybe there's somewhere down the line, but no.
no, I
The
feel
only
like they
packs of
wouldn't.
cards I'm getting are my fantasy packs of cards.
Oh god.
Yep, all that stuff's back.
Because that would have been so cool. Like that would have been the thing. That would have been a reason to play Dota 2. Because there are not many others. But if I could get more cards and artifact, it would have been cool.
Nope, that game's dead.
I'm excited to see how they bring it back.
But yeah, speaking of stuff they brought back, they're gonna do like another exclusive game mode again. It's not out yet. It's going to be called Wrath of the Mo-Rukai, I believe that's how that's said. There's not much details onto how it's going to play, but it seems like it might be some kind of co-op thing where you go through and fight an M boss, like you grind and then go fight an M boss. There might be some different levels and stuff to it. I don't know. But when that comes out, I'll probably play 1 or 2 games to see what that's like.
Because last year they had that like battle royale style.
Correct.
Thing, right?
And I got into the battle pass too late, and so like finding a game wasn't possible.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. I mean, usually from what I hear from the community, like it's a cool idea, but sometimes you can just kind of tell like they hacked it together in a month just to put something new
Sure.
out. It's not like the most well thought out thing.
Yeah.
They don't have all the polished details on it. I did put in a news story, so they'll talk about it again. But of course, by buying the battle pass, that feeds into the funds for TI, and it's already seeming like it's going at a record rate again.
It was funny. Like you posted, or maybe it was you that posted the money that it received.
I posted it.
It was you. I saw that article come into Slack. Like I saw the like fucking push notification come through that it was at like 6 million, And then like an hour later, I opened Twitter and I saw it was at 8.5. Like it was just climbing. Yeah.
But then they brought back my favorite thing from last year in a different way, but they brought it back, the Cavern Crawl, where it's this grid-like structure.
Right, that was the thing that was making you play weird heroes and do,
They brought it back. It essentially looks the same, but they're calling it Jungle Expedition this time around. Couple different things. Well, actually, that's the same. So they still have like the utility, carry, and support like trees their own separate ways, but you can kind of cross the bridges depending on how you go on the path. There's 3 costume sets at the end, so there's a reason why to keep playing each one to get a costume set for a certain character. But some stuff that is new this time around, there are these little like idols that are kind of spread out on this map. I think there's like 1 or 2 of them. If you go there, you get some kind of special prize or special like buff for the battle pass itself. I don't know if it's levels or different costumes or whatever, but like it's going to make you kind of go some weird ways or branch off your path if you're trying to get to the end. The one thing though that I find a little bit frustrating this time around is instead of just winning once to go on, you have to win twice now.
Ew, in a row or just generally?
Just generally. So like if you're playing there as a hero, and like it's taken you 5 times, like there was multiple times last year where I was just stuck on a hero.
Yeah, I remember that.
So like finally the 9th game. Granted, I can play turbo and it still counts, so that's cool. So that's usually how I was doing it. But still, 9 games of turbo, that's about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, it's not like
so. Finally, like the 9th game, I got to win, and it was just like, all right, fuck it, it's over. This time, like if that's going to happen, I might like, we're gonna go a different way. But yeah, that was a nice, cool little shadow drop. That happened earlier the week. Pretty much Valve was like, "Hey guys, stay tuned tomorrow. Details and the release of the Battle Pass." And then
it's out.
It's out.
That's cool.
But yeah, Dota. It's still Dota. Same map. Same
like
heroes for the most part.
Auto chess died out for you, so I was like, all right, we're good. We're in the clear for a while, and then fucking Battle Pass.
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
We hoped it wouldn't, though. You know,
it was weird. I was shocked that they released it right during a major. I thought that was weird. I thought, like, I knew it was coming soon. I thought it was going to come this upcoming week, right after the Disneyland major in Paris. But no, it came out right in the middle of it.
Interesting. Because they put out like patches right in the middle of.
They've done that before, and they will not do that anymore. God, and they've also, with this Battle Pass release, like there was a patch with it, but they said that they will not be tweaking things until the next major and minor are complete before TI.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
yeah, that seems.
Because now we're in the ramp up now. Like all these tournaments are coming up to get your final like Dota Pro Circuit points for your team, so that way you can try to get automatic bid into TI. So they don't want to fuck with the meta too much now at this point.
Obviously it's a little bit too late for you to get into the Pro Circuit points, but next year, is that where we're?
I'm trying.
All right, get us to China, dude.
I don't want to go to China.
Why not? That'd be dope as shit. Go hang out in China, play Dota. I'll play Chinese Dota.
China.
All right. I played Magic: The Gathering Arena a little bit more this week, not as much as I wanted to. Every time I sat down at my computer this week has been to put together some last-minute Mother's Day gifts. Got a VCR and a bunch of old videotapes for Katie and me. So it's a lot of like spending time sitting in front, ripping these VHS tapes to digital format, which is kind of cool. Haven't seen, I mean, the only one that I had of me so far.
Or like home movies?
Yeah. I had one of me where it was my first birthday. I was able to go back and see that. But I'm like a fucking 1-year-old, so I'm not talking or anything cool like that. I wanted to
talking or anything cool.
I was pretty cool though. I was eating a bunch of cake with my hands, and then when I was done with my cake and putting it in my hair, I reached over to my mom's friend's kid, and I was taking her cake off her plate and eating it. So, but Katie had her parents had 26 tapes.
Jesus. What that means is her parents loved her more than your parents loved you.
My tapes, there's a lot of them in my dad's attic with all of our VHS collection. When I told because I started putting Katie's together because her parents like had that and it just asked at random, like, hey, is there a way you can do this? And then when I was starting to go through hers, I was like, oh shit, I should do this for my mom. And I called my dad and I was like, yo, I need that stuff. And he was like, I think it's all in your mom's closet. So he went there and stole it without her knowing. Is the camcorder bag. And in there, the only tape in the bag
All kinds of family theft happening
Yeah,
around this
dude,
table. I'm once again,
I used to have so many home
left
movies.
out.
Well, you could start it, you know?
A VCR killed a couple of my tapes.
Yeah, it's...
That's the worst.
I don't know if we ever lost any, like, home videos from that, but our camcorder died, like, not long before after my brother was born. So there's, like, stuff of me in my early years, and then something fucked up with it. Even now, like, I have the camcorder, and, like, it doesn't turn on. The tape door doesn't open.
Because we had, like, the little tape you put into the
Yeah, it's
big-
exactly, yep.
Yeah, and, like, that just... It would, like, crinkle and crease so much of the film, and I was like,
yeah.
I can't, like, I haven't converted anything. But
It's cool seeing it, like, you know, you forget about that stuff. And it's cool too because I've never seen any of the like like when we first got together or anything, like we never had that sit down viewing party thing where you go back. We haven't done that, so I'm getting to do that now for the first time, and it's like, holy shit. But I did play some Magic the Gathering, and it's still a good game. I'm almost at the end of that tree I talked about. I'm done. I've got all of the decks. No, that's a lie. I've got like that major orb system thing. I've filled in all of the orbs. The next 5 levels until you hit max level. And I've learned that like that little skill tree thing or whatever, not skill tree, but that's all just the beginner thing. It's to make you feel wanted and welcomed at the beginning of that, give you too many cards than you know what to do with at the beginning. The final thing you get are all these like uncommon wild cards and shit like that, or mythic wild cards. And then you get 5 more decks at the very end of it to kind of set yourself free. So yeah, I mean, on and off, you know, but it is making me, there's been like the daily challenges that pop up where it's like you get 750 coins if you do so many spells, so many green spells. So I'm playing green decks so I can make sure I do that. And there's like cool things I'm learning along the way, and I really like it.
how long is the average match?
I would say anywhere between 2 minutes and I think the longest I've had is maybe 15. That's like long. Like I would say on average, maybe like 8 minutes or so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like I think that's a good pace to a card game. The Hearthstone was usually around there.
Yeah, it feels good. And like you kind of know quickly, like, oh shit, I got a bad draw, or whoops, they got a card that I'm not gonna be able to, or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
or
once
the other way.
that's the best part of a card game. Like you kind of know like your first hand. You're like, oh, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like got all my high mana cards. It's over.
It's, you know, I'm learning a little bit about deck building too. Like I haven't done that part yet, but like just those little things like do I do a deck where I'm producing a lot of mana, or do I do a deck where it's all building towards like get this one card to be OP as fuck? Like a lot of the green deck the demo green deck they give you has this dinosaur that you can bring onto the field for less cost if you already have a bunch of creatures. So for every creature you have, it costs you 1 less land to bring this card into the battlefield. And then the deck is filled with all these enchantment cards to add trample, which lets you like carry your damage through rather than just being blocked. And then it adds like I think it's +1/+1 for every land that you control. So usually by the time you can put this thing in, which already has like a 10/10 attack, you've already got like 7 lands. So you throw it in, you get all these things. You end up with like one creature card that's like dealing over 20 damage with trample. So you can kind of like one hit your player opponent if you know what you're doing. And you get the right drop. But
And you face the right deck too, because you could easily see a deck that has.
Sure.
I've seen the card.
yeah.
Like, I got spoiler. I played a little bit of this myself. I got through the tutorial. I didn't play much.
Yeah.
But there's that one red card that's like just destroy enemy
Yeah, there's
minion,
a
and that's
couple
all
of
it
them,
takes to kill that wing edition.
Or there's like, I started fucking around with the blue deck, and there's a card, I might have the name wrong, but I think it was called Watershed.
That's like the magic deck. Like, That's like the spell deck.
The blue, yeah, yep. But there's one where you basically, I think, are water bind or something like that. You just throw a chain over the target, and that's it. And they can't move. They're just tapped indefinitely until you can kill that enchantment. And unless you have a card that can counter that, you're kind of fucked. So you might have the strongest card in the world, but then someone goes, here you go. And it's a cheap card to play too, so it's like cheap cost-wise.
One of my favorite decks in Hearthstone was a spell deck.
Yeah.
It was you essentially you just wanted to outlast the opponent. Like you really didn't have that many minions, but the minions you had were big, and you were just trying to survive. And you're trying to give yourself your character all this armor, and then at the end, when like you've just gotten rid of all like their win conditions, you just put down these big minions and you just win.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Those are the long games, but
yeah,
that's part of it. Does this have draw damage? Or I'm assuming that decks are too big for draw damage.
What's draw damage?
Like if you exhausted your deck.
Oh.
I guess the decks are too big.
I assume there's probably some penalty for it. I mean, I could see a scenario where if you and your opponent were both like.
That was another one of my favorite decks in Hearthstone. It was because Hearthstone you have 30 cards in your deck, so a game went long enough, you definitely exhaust the deck.
Sure.
And if you had card draw mechanics,
there's stuff that I was talking about it the other day, and there's stuff that you can get that will like force your opponent to discard or draw cards.
So yeah, that's what you would do. Like granted, you would get your opponent's hand would get big, but in Hearthstone you can only have 10 cards.
Yeah.
So
if you 7.
So if you put if they got cards 11 and 12, that would just burn.
Yeah.
And then you just keep getting them through their deck, and then all of a sudden they're just taking damage.
Yeah, that's
every turn.
I don't know if they do damage or what they do for this. I don't know what the penalty is, but yeah, it's fucking cool. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, I've said it to you, but like that for a beta, this game just has a level of polish to its design that I did not expect.
Yeah.
Going into it.
Well, it's funny the stuff that I was kind of like really stoked about, like that, like leveling and the tutorials and all those things, a lot of that's been added within the last month or two. I was going back through some of their like blog updates and stuff, and like that tree with the orbs, that was just added in March. The initial tutorial that you did, that's been in there for a while, but like a lot of their like quality of life things have just been slowly implemented.
Well, not even that. I'm just saying like card animation.
Oh, that too. Oh my god, yeah, that stuff's impressive.
I mean, I touched on that game Eternal a little bit. Not so long, maybe a year ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, game's good, and it had the stuff there. It's just like putting down your card didn't feel as impactful as like in Magic or Hearthstone.
No, this feels like you're throwing the card down.
Or that other card game from Valve that's dead.
Never heard of it. I've also found myself. I think last week we talked about boosters that I bought. I've only bought the 2
booster pack.
I was in Target this morning and holding a deck builder's box. Gives you like a whole bunch of land cards and a bunch of boosters, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. And Katie was like, no one's going to play with you. And I was like,
thank you, Katie.
I was like, but maybe. I was like, you'll play. And she was like, I'm never gonna play this. We played Pokemon that one time and I killed card games forever. And I was like, no, look, maybe. And she's like, no one is going. I was like, all right, fine. Just keep playing Arena. Eventually though, we'll get there.
I think I like physical. I think I like the cards for the art more than anything at this point.
That was why I initially was drawn to it. Is the art's fucking cool.
I can see them just fine on a 1080p screen at 120 frames per second.
But there's something I love that, right? I do appreciate that, but there is something different about if we were sitting at this table, everything's cleared off, and we just have beer and chicken, maybe not chicken wings, but we're just hanging out and just fucking slapping cards down.
No.
It's a cool feeling.
No, it's not. I can
just
do
be
that.
Slapping.
I can slap.
If they put the game out Mac, I can just fucking go into your office with my Mac.
Yeah.
Do the same exact thing. We actually did the same exact thing for Artifact. I sat at Katie's desk. You sat at your desk.
That's true.
And we built a deck on the fly. And we drank beer and played Artifact.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, there was something special about that too. And I didn't have to carry a fucking deck of cards with me. Just the same old
bag. But think about how cool you'd be if you had
there's nothing cool about that.
You gotta be a little card pouch boy. Hello, it's me, Mr. Card Pouch.
Just have a fanny pack.
I already have enough goddamn Dota pins on this thing. I don't need like a card pack in addition to it.
You have that over your shoulder. Everyone's like, that guy fucks, clearly. And then they look at your hip and they're like, oh my God, look at that. Dick swinging. That's what they'd say about you if you were walking around Target with a little card pouch. You know what? That's what I'll do. For my birthday, because the 2020 set comes out on my birthday this year, I will buy you all enough cards to start a deck, and that'll be my birthday present to myself.
We have a bonfire, and I can start with the cards you buy me.
I still really like playing a death deck where you're just killing everything.
I'm not surprised.
It's fun.
I mean,
I know.
That's your character.
I know. But it's cool, like, bringing in a character that gets +1 when you sacrifice another creature. So you kill a creature that, when it dies, leaves a stronger creature in its wake. Like, just building all those things together and stringing it. Like, I'm starting to get that logic down, and it feels fucking good. Last but not least, in now playing this week, I tried out. I didn't go too far with it because I was playing it through an emulator on my computer, and I didn't feel like plugging in a controller. Micro Mages is a brand new video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, okay. Is this one of those indie titles?
It's fucking cool, dude. I'll have to send you.
Oh no, wait! I watched the video.
This is that.
on
Yeah.
this.
Did I send you that long thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because didn't Sandeep show you?
Yeah. So Sandeep sent me the thing, and I tried it out, and I want to actually sit down and play it with, like, I think you guys and Sandeep. I feel like it'd be a fun video to record because it's up to 4-player NES game.
Right.
The characters are just like, they have a really, really, I don't know, something about the animation's really cool. Like, they feel alive in a way. It legitimately, like, I just took the NES ROM and dragged it into an emulator, and it boots in an NES emulator.
Nice.
If you could physically buy you can physically buy the cart and pop it into an NES, and it will work. And it just doesn't feel like it should work, but it totally does. And it's a cool looking game, cool sounding game. And you get little power ups as you go through. So you play as like a little mage dude. You kind of look like the black mage from Final Fantasy. But you have like a unicolor cloak on, and there's wall jumping. And you have like a little boomerang thing that you throw, and that's kind of your main attack. You just kind of work your way vertically up these stages till you get to the exit point, and you go to the next one, next one. It feels like a spelunky where you're climbing upwards instead of going down, without all of the, like, you know.
Is it more of like a competitive arena type thing, or is it?
It feels to me like a cooperative, like, Towerfall-esque thing.
Okay.
But Towerfall was always, like, relegated to a single screen experience, where this is multi-screen scrolling upward.
And the Oya.
Yeah, of course. Yes. This is, I don't know, I really like the way it feels, looks, sounds. Made by 2 dudes. I forget from where.
2 dudes have some eyes and a nose and a mouth.
Exactly. I think it's the full name of their studio. How'd you know that? Yeah, I like it a lot.
Sounds neat.
But yeah, I played the first 3 levels, so I don't have a ton. This week, though, that Castlevania collection comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And in preparation for that, Konami has released I think all of Konami music at this point for anything they've ever produced is on streaming services. It's on
Oh, that's cool.
Apple Music, Spotify. Just hit it. It's pretty cool.
YouTube playlists.
Is that the other one? Yeah, well, it's
by everybody.
So yeah. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll come back. We got our topic of the week, or maybe news. What do you guys want to do first?
It depends.
We'll move right into our topic of the week right after this break. We'll be right back. Hey, let's talk about old things that were once made new again, or maybe brought back from the dead, or maybe something else entirely. So this week, it's been a while since I've done a little topic of the week, but we're going to talk about remakes, reboots, and revivals. Again, generously borrowing this from Retronauts. But I've got written down here kind of my interpretation of each of these 3. and define them. I can't say whether or not I was probably paraphrasing mostly from how Jeremy Parrish described these, but my definition of remake states when a game is reimagined on a different platform, applying changes based on the evolution of games, but keeping true to the original. Examples of this would be Metroid Zero Mission or Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth, both games that are the core was something that had already existed, but they were brought forth in a new way with modern design sensibilities and hardware and changes to whatever. But the core of the game is essentially still the same. A reboot is when a franchise sees a new entry that changes how the game fundamentally plays while still existing in that same world, franchise, lore, etc. You might notice a reboot in the vein of Metroid Prime or Castlevania Lords of Shadow, both still set in those settings and still adding to the narrative and world building. However, clear departures from the gameplay of its predecessors. And then a revival would be a game or a series that has not seen a formal release in many years that receives a new title in the franchise that picks up where the left off. And I wrote down here Metroid Fusion and Castlevania Circle of the Moon. 2 titles. Metroid Fusion more so, where it was...
Which one's Circle of the Moon?
It was the first GBA one. But post Symphony of the Night, there was a push to continue in the 3D realm of things. And Circle of the Moon went back to the Ego.
I kept thinking that was a 64 one. I was like, that was just called 64. And then there's the other one.
It was Castlevania 64, and then it was...
The other one was like a werewolf.
Yeah, it was like Legacy of Darkness I'm probably wrong about that.
Yeah.
And that one was basically a remake of 64.
But I was like, oh, that's a weird example. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That one wasn't the most clear. I was just trying to keep with the Metroid and Castlevania.
No, I get it.
But yeah, Fusion would probably be a better one of a revival. Yeah. So starting off with remakes, first question I've got to run around the table with: what is a remake that you love? Maybe more than the original, maybe not, maybe just, or maybe what is a remake that you love and why do you love it so much?
I got mine last year. Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, yeah.
Insane Trilogy.
Yeah. What about it? Why did that game need to be remade? Why do you feel like a remake makes that so special?
Well, one, the world needs to get more Crash Bandicoot.
True.
I mean, it's not just one remake. That's 3.
Yeah. Crash, I can't believe that formula still kind of works. It felt good playing Crash.
Yeah.
And they didn't change any of that. They just kind of upped the
just made it look prettier.
Yeah, and I didn't mind how they changed it either. I like the way Crash looks. I like the way Coco. I like the way they all look. I'm hoping it was one of those remakes that I feel like that could spur a future.
I hope so.
A future franchise, which is another part of why I like that so much and why they did it.
I think that's what everyone's hoping for, yeah.
And then you're kind of seeing it because now they're doing Crash Team Racing, which I'm also excited for. And then
Spyro got its remake, which was kind of, likely based on the success of Crash's remakes. So
yeah, if I was more of a Spyro fan, I would probably be sitting here saying it's both Spyro and Crash.
They sound bundled together now.
Yeah, so. I've thought about buying them. I mean,
those are both series I've hardly ever touched. I had a 64. I didn't have a PlayStation.
Yeah. But they were good. They were really good.
Yeah.
Mark, you got a game that was remade that you love?
First one that came to mind was...
Also, feel free to list more than one if you've got more than one. Sorry.
What do you have, 5 for each one?
Well,
I have a handful for each.
I just picked one for each. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Why those?
Well, Gold, Silver, Crystal is my favorite out of the entire Gen 2 is my favorite generation. I loved how it took the first one, the first game, built upon it.
Yeah. And
then continued that world. It evolved 2 years later. So you get to see everything, you get to revisit, but as a new character, different perspective, kind of. I really like that, and it's one of the only few games that you're really doing that. So in a way, you're not just playing Gold or Silver, you're also replaying Red, Blue, and Yellow
Yeah.
at the same time. And then Heart Gold, Soul Silver kind of advanced that. It updated it with up to Gen 4, I believe, is now all in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have you can have a partner Pokemon following you around.
God, need to bring that back.
It was great sprite work. It was all like animated and nice, and everything was vivid. You even had the little add-on of like the little Pokewalker.
Yeah, I had that. I fucking
So you could
love
like
that thing.
similar to what we do with the Pokeball Plus now. Just
Yeah.
it looks more like Tamagotchi-like, and
Yeah,
you could even have 6 of those if you wanted.
and carry around 6.
Mhm.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, and then you bring them back.
Once
and,
again, just because you can do it doesn't mean it's cool. Like the card sack.
No, it really no. This really was
see,
cool.
these you
okay.
could just clip on your pants and your shirt would cover it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
So
just saying doing the one is fine, but
Yeah.
having 6 of them,
I have it
come
6.
I've seen people. Yeah,
on. It's like
Kind
carrying
of
your
cool.
it's like, what?
Kind of cool. I
It's like
probably
carrying your
wouldn't
magic deck on your hip. all
care.
the time.
Dude, I mean, you could be cool. You walk by, people are like, oh my god, he's a card player. Look at him.
fanny pack. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I wrote Pokemon Leaf Green down.
Really? Yeah. See, I thought. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I didn't like
The thing for me was
touch a lot of.
I had departed from Pokemon for a long time
Yeah.
because Sapphire, that whole
Mhm.
Gen 3, completely lost on me.
Yeah.
Didn't like the Pokemon designs. Didn't like any of it.
Yeah.
And then Leaf Green was like, hey, welcome back.
I don't like the character designs
And
for Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't like the new version of Red.
No, and like I thought about this and I almost wrote down Heart Gold, Soul Silver because those are like, I think that is the peak of Pokemon.
Just playing on a DS too, just felt.
Everything about Heart Gold, Soul Silver are just perfect, top to bottom. Leaf Green, just there's like a piece of nostalgia for me where it was just like that idea of like, that was the first time, you know what I mean?
They did do something really good with those though. I don't think Heart Gold, Soul Silver did this. If you didn't play in a while and you went back, it gives you little notes of like what you did previously, and it would kind of
that's
record,
cool.
show little clips and give dialogue like, here's what you did last time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think they need to go back into doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one thing I really appreciate.
Yeah, because I turned
All
on
RPGs should do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I turned on fucking Let's Go and I was just like, where? Oh, right, I'm here. Got it.
Mhm. Like if it wasn't for your prior knowledge of playing those games before, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Where do I go?
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I'm not sure what else I can say to add on to it. Just it did everything that I hoped for out of it.
I want to go back and play them, but
It's
I don't want to
just-
spend $1,000
Yeah,
for a
dude,
cart.
$60 for a game. Yeah, no. That's ridiculous.
I was gonna say Batman did that well. The whole recap as you were loading into your game.
Which Batman? The Telltale ones?
No, Arkham. Didn't they do that?
On the loading
Origins did
screen?
it for me, but it wasn't.
They weren't like cinematics. It was just like
for me. I
It was
think
little
like
screen
loading-
caps
yeah.
as you were loading in.
Yeah. Origins, I remember doing. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
I didn't.
anything like out of the way. Just like
Yeah.
a little
A quick
reminder.
little,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I just did attack the Joker for the 50th time in a series.
Right. Yeah.
Press start and go to the story so far.
Yeah, it's just something. I wrote down, sorry, Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls. That was the collection of 1 and 2, but they were like the NES games remade on PS1. It was my first like chance playing all the way through 1.
For PlayStation though, it was called Anthology, right?
Their anthology was 4
Oh, no.
and or 5 and 6. Chronicles is 4 and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I had those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dawn of Souls though was 1 and 2, and the art design on the sprite work on those are just
I
to
like
me
them.
perfect.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like just
It captured those classes better.
yeah, I totally agree. I still I think about going back to 1 all the time, but that was I've talked before on the website and on the podcast about my exposure to Final Fantasy and my aversion to it for so long, till finally playing that version of it, and it was just like so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tried Final Fantasy 1 on NES, and I feel like now I could go back and appreciate the NES one a little bit more than I could like a decade ago. But yeah. And then I wrote down Oddworld New and Tasty, because that was another one where that first game I loved so much, but it was always something to me that just felt impossible to get through. And the new one just added so much. That is the definition of a remake, where it was just like,
I want to say in vain of that, maybe Ocarina of Time for 3DS.
God, so good. Just
Because I cannot play the 64 one to save my life.
No.
Like I don't have like I played it a shit ton as a kid, but I don't have that nostalgia with it. I don't. It looks gross.
Yeah, the N64 stuff did not age super well.
I mean, the character models are fine, but just like a lot of the colors were very bleak to me.
Everything's very dark and muted, and the
And, like,
3DS version just fucking brings it to life.
It's very pretty. Loved it, and that's how I beat it finally. So it took that one. It
Yeah.
took me that long.
It's funny because I beat it as a kid a couple times, but I never beat it on 3DS as much as I liked playing it. Same thing with Majora. I never beat Majora as a kid, but I thought the 3DS one would be the one where I'd be like, this is it. I got it.
Yeah.
And I just fell off. And I really want to love Majora because it seems like such a cool game, but never got all the way through it. So what is a game that you wish would be remade? One that is not yet, but should be. What needs the old Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver treatment?
So I couldn't think of a game because I couldn't line up the licenses the right way.
Right.
But bear with me.
I like that you're thinking legally here. Not trying to pull off any crimes in the family.
But if
I mean,
you could reboot that Godfather game from EA,
Oh yeah.
or one of the older Mafia games when you're still like in that original setting, and somehow import in and make use of the fucking Nemesis system outside of Middle Earth.
That'd be dope. That would make so much sense for a Mafia style game where you're just like controlling this big army of goons out there fucking up some arcades on the boardwalk.
See, like, so WB doesn't have a license like that they could do it with. So, but in Mafia's 2K,
Is the
and
Nemesis
I don't know.
system necessarily a trademark thing?
I'm sure the Nemesis is trademarked, but
Sure.
I'm sure you could manipulate the coding in a way.
Or just take that idea, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, you could easily tell that you're ripping off the Nemesis system when
sure,
you're doing
but
it.
you know, art imitates art. That would be a cool one.
Like updated graphics, like on like a Mafia style game back then. Because Mafia 3, like, for all its problems, it looked good, I thought.
Yeah, it just didn't have that same charm and everything to the old ones. Yeah, they don't make. I mean, like, GTA's kind of the last dude in town. Like
Yeah,
Red
but
Dead,
even-
but not.
but
Yeah,
that-
they're so campy and satirical at
they
this point.
Yeah, exactly. I want like a straight up like,
Yeah.
yo, I got my Tommy gun. I'm gonna murder everyone in this coffee shop because
Yes.
the opposing gang's in here.
Right, so I don't care who lives or dies.
Mm-hmm.
I do care who lives. I don't want to. Yeah. Mark?
so originally I had Beautiful Joe written down,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if that fits the definition or not, because the way I have it envisioned, because that game was mostly like a 2D side scrolling. I wanted like that platinum treatment, and I wanted Beautiful Joe to look realistic.
I would put that more in our next category.
Yeah,
probably.
so I decided to just get rid of it entirely. Carnival. This is an arcade rail shooter
Okay, that's what I thought it
where,
was.
yeah, where you're in a messed up carnival.
All right.
I would love to see like a VR like take on this
Yeah, that'd be fucking cool.
and like up everything. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're almost there. You almost got it. It's
Yeah,
that
because
Until Dawn boy.
Yeah.
right. And it's like that's good, but
Who
at the
has
same
that
time,
license? Now I'm sucking for you to
Carnival?
fucking yeah.
That was probably a Midway joint.
So who has the license?
Warner Brothers would have it. I
Yeah,
might be wrong.
But I would love to see like it. Like yeah, that was a very campy, like cartoony game.
yeah.
But I would love to see them take it like a step further and like let's go into some like real grittiness, creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be way down with that. Yeah. Like, really immerse yourself in that kind of fucked up nightmare.
And maybe it doesn't exactly have to be a rail shooter. Like you don't have to be on a roller coaster the whole time or anything. But like I would want to just like walk around like House of Dead style, maybe.
Especially in VR, I would want that.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of works if you do it on a roller coaster. I think that's what was effective about that Until Dawn. What the fuck was it called? Rush of Blood. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was the effective thing about that because you kind of got a sense of being in it because you don't have to worry about walking.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not
I do
perfect,
like it.
but-
Just that world, I'm not really.
Yeah.
Like
Attached to it at
I
all.
don't have I don't have that attachment, but I
Yeah.
still appreciate it for what it is. But I think Carnival could ramp that up to like 11.
Yeah, it'd be really good.
It was Midway, but I can't see
Oh, then Warner Brothers has it.
Yeah, Midway had everything
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed for arcades. They had Blitz, they had Gauntlet.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about Gauntlet.
Look at that fucking cover art. I know you
Dude,
can't see it,
fuck,
listener,
yeah.
but like,
That freaked me out when I first saw it, like in like a comic book ad or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, is that CG or is that a person with makeup?
I don't. It's gotta be a person with makeup, right?
I mean, the face could be CG. I don't know.
Oh, that didn't do anything.
I forgot about that advertising. Jeez.
Well, I've got 3.
All right.
Phantasy Star.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that Sega Ages port, but
I
like
like a half chub. You saying that?
I know, sorry.
Missing a word.
But I like imagining that like in a I mean, we just saw spoilers for news, but that Final Fantasy VII remake, like seeing Phantasy Star given that kind of treatment in the modern era would be so fun.
Like specifically the first one, or just the old series? Like,
Oh man, if you could bring it all back.
just the fact that you just have like a modern sci-fi mixed with fantasy
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
hybrid,
Do that in a modern thing, but give it like a cool
cyberpunk fantasy.
kind of a action-y combat system rather than like the I think we need. I've also got down here Rocket Robot on Wheels, which is one I always come back to.
I thought you were about to say Rocket League. I got my hatch up.
Ah,
And we killed it.
I thought you were gonna say Rocket Knight.
that would be a good one too. Konami could do something with that. No, Rocket Robot on Wheels, developed by Sucker Punch,
Right.
but published by Ubisoft for the Nintendo 64. So the fucking rights of that are never coming around. But it was just a really cool physics-based puzzle platformer for the N64 that
Oh, you just made me think of one.
it's just like, so spit it out.
Clay Fighter.
Yeah. Weren't they supposed to a couple years ago?
I don't. That was dumb.
It's
I don't
all
know.
Fucking, yeah. It was a fake
It's
Kickstarter
hopeless.
or some shit. But yeah, Rocket had some really, really, I don't know, it just like, it grounded itself in its own world. It had a really, really specific, like, setting it was going for, and I feel like it nailed it perfectly, like being in this weird fucked up nightmare carnival run by evil Sly Cooper. Like, you could see, like, Sly Cooper and his little walrus buddy are, like, the bad guys of Rocket, and then it was weird seeing, like, Sly be spun out.
I've
He
never.
wasn't called Sly.
I've always looked at this game passing by in Blockbuster and never picked it up. I'm like having a hard. That's why it looked very like, even to me then, it just didn't stand out to me.
Which one? Rocket?
Rocket.
Yeah.
It looked very generic.
It kind of is, but it also is its own. I don't know. It works in its own weird way.
But I have no room to speak because I fucking played Chameleon Twist, and that also looks just as
yeah.
generic, if not more.
This one though, like you were on a single robot or single wheel, and you just kind of roll. It's like a maintenance
Yeah.
robot or something that cleans up shit. But you go around. You're like building roller coasters. You're platforming.
Yeah, I didn't know how that was. in there.
It's all sorts of weird stuff. I liked that game a lot as a kid.
Sounds charming.
But to see it like fully remade would be really pretty and cool. And then Colony Wars. Although Colony Wars could fall under any one of these categories because it could be remade or rebooted or revived or whatever. But these were like big ass multi-disc space like faring games where it was kind of like a dogfighting game in space, but I could never like quite understand what to do or where to go in those games. They were very convoluted or
I've heard the name. I've never really seen much on it. I think it sounds
we
like
should play it. I still have my old.
if you just said that name to me without telling me what it was about, I would have thought it was like a RTS or like a Sim
It
City
seems like it
type
could be or should be or
Civ
whatever.
thing.
But, well, all right. Yeah, it's like a weird space shooter.
Oh shit!
I think it was published by Sony.
I didn't know you had that over there.
Yeah, I haven't touched it.
I look
in
over there all the
A
time.
fucking decade, but oh, you know, I popped the disc out and it's got an ad in here for Shipwreckers. Bring that back while you're at it. But yeah, I don't know. We are due for like a weird just space shooter. Like I remember the ships transformed.
Well, you might be getting Shipwreckers from Ubisoft. What's that fucking game
Oh,
called?
Starlink.
No. What's the guy?
Oh, Shipwreckers. Sorry, I thought you were. Yeah.
No,
No.
I think it's called Boat Boys.
Yes, that's it. We're sticking with that. Boat Boys.
Billy Buddies.
Hope to see more of that at E3 this year. It's not like Blood and Iron or something like that. It's definitely Boat Boy.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's like 1/4 of Black Flag.
Oh man. All right. So what is a reboot that you feel added to the series history? So remember, reboot for those at home. We talk about when a franchise gets a new entry that changes how the game fundamentally plays, kind of a departure from gameplay that you kind of know and love. We cited Metroid Prime as an example.
I got a dark horse answer. I got the obvious answer.
Sure.
The obvious one is going to be your game of the year, God of War.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's.
How did I forget about that?
I mean, I never touched a God of War game.
Because who cares? But
And then they actually made
yeah.
Kratos a character.
Yeah. Right. And fun to play.
And behind,
Give it
of
that-
course, the camera shift. And yeah.
Camera shift, the more Bloodborne style of playing versus just crazy action over the top.
Yeah. So, and then my dark horse. I'm going to say Tetris Effects.
Oh man, yeah. I didn't think about that.
It's like
did.
Tetris is awesome, but
It
we
needed
didn't.
that. To
Yeah, like we've seen every kind of iteration of Tetris. It felt like before '99, of course, came out,
Yeah.
and then this thing came out and made this weird, like
paradigm shift in what Tetris could be.
yeah, and I know you like to say storytelling or whatever, but like
It's so cool how I could turn that.
I
into
never
that.
felt so many.
Never felt so high playing a game.
I never felt so no seriously. Though, I never felt so many emotions playing a goddamn Tetris game.
Tetris of all, like, you can be swept up like by identifying with a character or by whatever, but like when you fucking identify with yourself, man.
Fucking Metamorphosis, man. Just play that on loop for like 10 minutes, man.
It's good.
I wish I had that. It's so weird that I didn't. Of all people,
I think you got Game of the Year on that one. That like.
or it's just because it's coming up. And
All right, I know I gotta play this because this is one of the ones we put on the list of shit we gotta.
I mean, the game was good. Like, I didn't want to put it down, so I beat the whole thing in one sitting.
But I think that's
But-
what it was. I think it was like because I think a lot of Uncharted 4 was lost on me because I played it in one sitting and I was just like, "Fuck, end, end."
I just mean, like, visually it was nice. I did like the music, but I just didn't have like that soul connection to it.
I played it that week. I was very sick. And I was watching Mr. Robot, and I had all these emotions going through me.
It adds up.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a good one, Mark.
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that was.
Yeah. I
totally.
had that on there, and then I took it off because I figured someone else would say it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's probably one of the best things to ever happen to that franchise.
1,000%.
Aside from like 4 happening and where we are now with the remake for 2.
Because like you wouldn't have 2 if it weren't for
And it's
what they
more
did with 7.
and it's kind of more of like I would say it's like a soft reboot.
Yeah.
Because it's reestablishing that franchise. Like they built an engine specifically for it. Like,
That's a reboot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's they changed
put
the
it in
camera
first person.
perspective.
I mean, I say soft because it's still chronologically it's
Yeah.
still in
Oh
that.
yeah, that's fine. But like the main
but
story
so is God of War, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
like,
it's
they
still
reference
totally
it, but it's
changed.
its own thing.
The character models all look different now, and like
Yeah.
everyone's redesigned, and I think this is now the way they're just gonna go with it.
Yeah. I think like
Um,
Prime also fits into the timeline of Metroid while still being a different way to play that game.
And also, in a weird way, I think it could fit into that last definition too. Because think of how sour everyone was on that franchise after 6.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then you also had like, if you want to count Revelations, like 1 and 2, like people love
Yeah,
those.
like
Yeah.
there's an argument I think both
Yeah,
ways,
but
but like, you also had
mainline
like,
wise,
There's people that were never going to play those because they didn't have a number at the end.
right?
and then like
So-
you had Operation Raccoon City that was
Yeah.
just more
Oh,
garbage. Yeah, like
Yeah,
a lot of
you're
garbage
right.
was coming out around 6, and it was like
Operation,
yeah, Revelations kind of shifted it, but also it originally came on 3DS.
Right,
True.
which didn't do any favors.
Yeah, Operation was like the Metal Gear Survive.
And then didn't they do
of
that? Didn't they try doing that? It was the multiplayer one.
Yeah.
Umbrella
I
something.
know that's one that's like the Metal Gear Survive of that series. Yeah, you were like Umbrella agents against like
Oh, gross.
it was just like
But it was
like,
multiplayer focused. It was like
yeah,
a
it was like
PvP
Counter Strike
thing.
type
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's bad.
It was
no.
it was stupid.
But also that other one though, where you're like replaying the events of like 2 and 3, I guess, and
Mhm.
you're the fucking yeah, no. That trash.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah,
what was
remember
on
all that
game.
trash it didn't
Yeah.
say. That it
Yeah,
needed
so
to be
7
revived.
was like this breath of fresh dead air
Yeah.
that it needed in
Dead
so
air.
many ways. Like doing first person, that was a first for that series. You having a VR mode attached to it.
Yeah.
Like just playing through different characters and having different, somehow making it different play styles. It was like a reboot on so many levels. Yeah. Totally stands out.
RE7.
I'll let you. I got one more.
Good old
I
kitchen
saw
demo. Go. Or, I don't know.
Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first one. Man, yeah.
After playing the original Deus Ex and going to that, big change.
And then there was that sequel, Invisible Wars, that did no favors for that first
Right,
game.
yeah, no, and then...
I never... I played a little bit of the first one. I never played Invisible Wars, but just from word of mouth, it seemed like it wasn't worth going to play. I mean, I love those new games. I like them a lot,
And the new ones
actually.
have kind of been in that same style over and over. They should be doing another one of those soon, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope, because they definitely did not finish the story Mankind Divide. Anyway, go Joe.
Oh, no, Mortal Kombat 2011.
I had it on my list, and I
Like,
figured someone's going to hit that.
It was just like, that game was in such a weird fucking spot after, I think it was Armageddon on PS2. Like, what the fuck do you do with this? And they did MK vs. DC, which was cool, but weird because the heroes didn't have fatalities, but it was fucking weird. It was a strange.
Yeah, like Armageddon and 9 were the only ones that actually got me to like really play Mortal Kombat and care about it.
Yeah.
Armageddon because I've created
Create a
character.
character, yeah.
That was the only reason why.
And I was in
No,
there
but-
making a bunch of Batman characters. And I was like, why don't they just fucking make a Batman?
You could actually
And they
make
fucking-
Goku.
Yeah.
They had the asset for it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. 9 definitely had me like
It was that mainly like that story
coming from a
thing
Street
of,
Fighter
like,
guy. Like I actually cared about Mortal Kombat with that one.
But
Yeah,
they
that was
made
like
you
the first
care.
fighting game with a story mode that I was like, oh, whoa, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
something
what are they
cool
doing?
right here.
Yeah.
So
Then
good.
you got that last boss fight against Shao Kahn. You're like, what the fuck?
What just happened?
Midair swinging.
I also wrote Tomb Raider because that 2013 reboot, like
I almost wrote that down.
another one too. Like I had fallen off giving a shit about Lara Croft since the PS1 days of like drowning her butler or whatever.
I
The
almost
fuck
forgot she
doing
had
it.
PS2 games.
I do forget that she had any games besides
Angel
the
of
first
Darkness was
trilogy
like the
and
final
the,
nail in that coffin.
yeah, just
Well,
But
almost.
they
final.
they had that game before the reboot called Legends or whatever, and I think it was the PS3.
Yeah.
I played that. That
That-
was not a bad game.
That's actually a straight up
Yeah.
remake, I guess.
I think it is a
right?
remake of the
the
first
first
one.
one.
no. Then
Yeah.
it was something else. Then because it was a game.
oh, it was a game. Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
No. There was one that
I'm
that
saying
was
all the
like
good things, saying all the right
There
things.
was one that was-
Magic game.
It was like an anniversary version of like the. It was like a
Yeah, there
360
was that,
PS3.
but I think,
I heard that one.
or was that
okay.
Chronicles,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, now I'm lost.
or was there Chronicles? Am I just making shit
Probably.
up?
Yeah,
Anyway,
Chronicles.
there was hope for that franchise before they ultimately did kill it.
Yeah.
And then did
But
this
then
reboot.
brought it back, Uncharted style.
Yeah, just threw some shit on her face.
Yeah.
Give her a bow.
Threw her in a river and let her die.
I thought you were gonna say it, but you gotta say Doom, right?
Yeah, I was.
I was waiting for him to say it.
I've got that down on my next one.
All right. I thought you were
I
gonna
guess
wrap
it
up.
is kind
But
of
the way you were like, oh, I guess the Tomb Raider. I thought you were done. Sorry.
No, that was no. I have that down as my next. Like I put Doom under revival
Oh.
because it feels
Yeah.
more in line with the original. Like it is still a reboot. I
But
think
like
it's-
since Doom 3,
yeah,
That's the thing, though. Like, it felt more like a gameplay shift from 3.
yeah, it did for sure. But it felt more like back to the original, but also not really. But yeah,
I mean the lore.
we'll call it. Let's call it a reboot. I'll take it out of my final one. Let's call it a reboot.
It kind of fits under both.
Yeah, but it's definitely that is.
It was kind of dead after 3. No one knew what was going on.
Yeah, they had that fourth game that just died and never happened because they were making like a weird Call of Duty thing or something. But
Yeah.
so what is a franchise desperately in need of a reboot? Is our next question.
Mass Effect.
Is it too soon for that?
No, not
Oh.
after Andromeda.
Yeah. Yeah.
While on that, I'll say Artifact.
Wow. Fuck. Yeah, Mass Effect. BioWare needs a win. That fucking. You know what the fucked up thing about Anthem? When's the last time anyone's talked about Anthem?
They probably don't even talk about it.
That's it, like that's when you know. Like
They didn't even want it being called Anthem.
at least I know, but at least in Andromeda we got to suffer for like good 6 or 8 months of just like oh, this game's bad. Oh, look how bad it is. And then it's like, oh, guess what? We're also not going to get the DLC. It was like all these like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
That was the only reason I finished that game.
I know. But it was a long string of it. This was just like, fucking the firecracker never went off and just, you don't even see a fuse anymore.
My real answer, though, is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Good one.
Another BioWare game.
Yeah.
But I know they have the Old Republic, but I want to see like a dedicated single player.
Yeah, that's way different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love those games. And that's something like on my downloaded games with Xbox, I just see it there. I'm like, one day I'm going to boot it. One day.
Those are probably the ones that captured the lore so perfectly because it's already an RPG. You can go explore whatever you want to explore.
Oh, so good. And like you can go
anything.
dark side, light side, and then got it. I mean, well, the first one, I've never really finished. No, actually, I never played the second one. But that first one, that twist in the first one, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Whole revelation.
Mark?
I want to know what everyone thinks I'm going to say before I say it.
What franchise needs a reboot? What is Mark going to say?
I think Battletoads is more towards the third category.
Yeah.
But although that's coming, though, so I don't know if he said it.
I feel like Mark might say...
Phantasy Star?
No, he just wants PSO2 to come here.
I've given up on it. Now I just want PSO3. That's...
I would say some sort of like... I don't think Mark gives a fuck about Dino Crisis, but something along those lines. Oh, wait, Gotcha Force.
I almost had that one.
See,
I almost had that one.
When you
Silent Hill.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said Battletoads had not E3. Didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But
I would have said Clock Tower for you, too, even though you don't care about Clock Tower in that way.
I want to play it.
Not that you...
Yeah,
I just mean like...
I never played it.
Yeah.
So.
Clock Tower is the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I used to stare at that cover.
Yeah,
at
Silent
Blockbuster
Hill,
all the time.
man. It needs something along the lines of this Castlevania treatment where, like, it gets more acknowledged in different mediums and we're kind of done better. Like,
Yeah.
like, the first movie, like, is one of the... Like, I like it, despite how different it strays from the games, though it still kind of hits those notes. The second movie was a sleeper hit. I mean, not really a hit, just a sleeper. It just didn't do it right. But like, and then obviously, PT happened, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So Konami has the Fox engine,
They won't.
in the dirtiest way.
That is the worst death of it all.
It is.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. But if they have it, they might as well utilize it. And I'm thinking, just get somebody to make another game. I don't know, man.
Or they can do some sick ass graphics for a pachinko machine.
It needs it. It can't end there. I can't. I don't know.
Next Bomberman games on the Fox engine. Watch out, boys.
I mean, like,
I'd be okay with that.
get like, weird.
just get like some creepy Netflix series going.
Yeah.
Maybe like just to get people thinking about it again.
I'd be so yeah.
I don't know, like something similar to like Resident Evil 7 did, which I guess what Silent Hills was gonna be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just something. I don't know. Pick up the scraps and make something beautiful out of it.
Someone wants to. Someone's got a design doc sitting in there, and it's just a matter of...
Even if Konami can sell that company to somebody else, which they probably won't, but like, whoever has it, I want to see more from it.
Yeah.
Like, we need more psychological horror stuff, and to me, that was like the staple.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wonder if Konami will ever make video games again. Like, Super Bomberman R was such a big surprise because it was just like, what? You don't do this. You guys make soccer games.
They did make a
sometimes.
game after R. We didn't want it, but we got it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Even if they did like a better collection, because the ones that were HD collection on 360 and PS3 was absolute shit.
And even still, you can't. Well, I guess you can play.
And it's only the second and third one.
Yeah,
like
you can play You can play the 360 one on Xbox One, but you can't play the other one on PS4 unless you have Now. Maybe I don't know if it's on Now. Who the fuck uses PlayStation Now? Come on.
Or like, if not gonna make a new one, at least find a better way to preserve
Someone
the older
is.
games. But yeah, like I think that series
Fuck
needs
Sony.
a new game.
How the hell does PSA make all that money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never play the Silent Hill reboot, but
Dude,
damn it, I want it.
I miss that atmosphere so
Because I
much.
started dicking around a little bit with the Evil Within, and while that's definitely more on the Resident Evil side of things, I was just thinking like,
Yeah, I
don't-
noticed that when I plugged in my PlayStation to turn yours off.
because we were talking about that Scooby-Doo game that I
Oh
want.
my god.
And I wanted to put my money where my dick was, so I fucking popped in my disc for The Evil Within, loaded up my save from fuck knows when.
Yeah, I have the first.
Did you
one.
get that? Did they have the mechanic catching you up where you were?
No. I was standing in the middle of some
Try.
fucking infirmary,
Didn't have the diary mode.
and I was like, what do I do? And I touched a mirror, and then...
For real, I heard nothing but good things about the second one.
Same, that's why I wanted to play the first one and get to it, but
Yeah.
then have someone make a fucking Scooby-Doo game. I think here's my list of games that need, or franchises that need to be rebooted. Halo, which I think Halo Infinite is probably going to do that.
Interesting.
I did have the anniversary games for remake at the top as well.
Oh, Halo, yeah. They
One
were,
and
yeah,
two.
for sure. They were really good remakes. I think Infinite's going to do it, and like, I kind of liked where 4 and 5 went, but I also feel like not everyone did, because that franchise is not where it, like,
Couldn't tell you.
but you remember where Halo was and where Halo is, right? Like,
Yeah.
it is not the thing that it once was, where everyone was playing Halo. Like,
Yeah.
I hope that Halo can get back to that point.
They had Mountain Dew have fucking Master Chief on their cans, man.
I know. Fucking dope.
Game fuel.
So here's one that's kind of weird, but I wrote down Splatoon. More in the sense that I kind of don't need this to be rebooted, because I just want Splatoon 3 to be a better Splatoon 2, although I think Splatoon 2 is
Oh,
great.
you just want to reboot the online.
No. This is my list, not Matt's. I just
All
want...
they had to do is fix the online. Splatoon is like
I
a
think
9
mostly-
out of 10 game.
Mostly, I just want Splatoon to have a spin-off where it's like a 3D platformer. Like, just
Yeah.
a way to reimagine that world in a different sense. I think it could be a cool thing. But I also... that's a weird answer. So that's why I also wrote Armored Core and SSX. Or 1080 snowboarding. I don't know. We need more extreme sports games.
Snowboard Kids.
Yeah, that's fine. Bring it back. Whatever it is. Just give me a snowboarding game.
Ubisoft. It would be big.
Oh.
Yeah, because EA is not going to do it. 'Cause
No,
fuck them.
no,
But
sure won't.
Ubi, I feel like
Yeah.
they'll take the risk.
Yeah. And I feel like Armored Core is right around the corner. But, I don't know. Do you guys have any other reboots or games you want to see rebooted? Or
Hmm.
No, nothing on my list. Nothing spurred.
Well then, that'll move into our third and final category in this conversation. What is a game that brought a franchise back from the dead? What revival happened that helped to bring things to life? And we kind of talked about the aforementioned Doom. That was one of the titles I had on my list, because I did not think Doom was ever going to come back. And I remember when they announced this, Ben texted me and was like, dude, fucking Doom. And I was like, really? Like, that last thing they put out? And then sure enough, like, fuck yeah.
The only, and like this might not even be a correct answer or fall into that category, but the only thing I can think of was Batman Arkham Asylum, because the Batman games were fucking abysmal.
That was my answer. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No, that's true, man. Like, it wasn't a good one since like 2003. Before that, and that was Rise of Sinzu.
Yeah. And like that, like,
And then
still
Batman
wasn't.
Begins.
Yeah, which was.
But yeah, 2009 is when that comes into play, and everybody that blew up.
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy.
Put Batman on the map.
That was a big one, I think. Mark, you got one?
Not anymore.
Sorry.
No.
That's the only one I could think of. That was
No,
a good
you're fine.
example.
You're fine.
I wrote down XCOM because that one was kind of still
Oh, that's really, yeah.
similar to the early ones, but
Enemy unknown.
yeah,
Within, yeah.
Yeah.
Unknown.
it added some modern sensibilities, of course, but it was really just kind of picking up where the last one left off, and
Yeah, it was like 95% chance to hit, and then of course you miss, and
yeah,
you're
right,
fucked.
always,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like that one didn't change a lot. Like these are, I think, titles that don't change a lot, but just kind of get you back to good. I think, like the example I gave at the top of this all, like Metroid Fusion, just like, yep, keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't change a lot, just add more to it. Let's keep going.
I guess we could say Wolfenstein.
Yeah, those two
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Like they just kind of picked right back up.
And maybe Prey even, for that matter.
Prey, yeah.
The one
I
on
think they kind of
360
rebooted
was
a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it doesn't
yeah.
follow the first
No,
game at all.
but it was also like a long time before.
Oh my god, something I forgot for reboot. No, I
Hmm.
just must have forgot to write it down. Fallout 3.
Yeah, right. Like those games were completely fucking different. Like not even. These are a complete reimagining. So then, our final question of this: what franchise do you hope to see revived in the coming years? What's a long dormant, dead ass
got a
franchise?
list. I got a little mini list.
Go ahead, little mini list, boy.
I'm gonna skip one because I think you're gonna say it. Siphon Filter.
Oh yeah, that is a good
Been
one.
asking for that one for a while.
What's the one you skipped? Because I might not have said it.
Earthbound.
See, I didn't write that down. I just don't.
Because I don't know of a sequel to that game. It doesn't exist
I'm
where I play
screaming.
video games at.
I thought about that, but I also thought like unless you get each way back in, and I don't know that you will. Like, also Earthbound's such a good experience on its own. I know. You're not wrong. If they do it,
They nailed it, dude.
I know.
They nail it, though. I know. Be optimistic for once.
Yeah, that's not.
I said any of the 2K series sports games.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah. I was trying to figure out a way to shoehorn NHL into a reboot or
Just
a
make
franchise
NHL
that's dead that needs to be revived.
I mean,
But I
it
couldn't.
kind of is.
Fear.
Yeah,
First
dude.
Encounter Assault Recon.
Yeah.
Good one.
That and Condemned.
Yes.
Bring them back. Fuck.
And then my last one, Max Payne.
Yeah, it's overdue.
I love
Definitely overdue.
Max Payne.
I never played anything outside of the first one, but that first one was so fucking good.
That
That
was-
was Dead to Rights. Remember Dead to Rights?
Yeah.
I
Running
do,
around with
I
a
never
dog
played
in a
it.
construction yard.
Had a song poem by Taproot.
Fuck yeah, dude. Ooh.
Oh, shit. 50 cents games. Let's bring those back.
You
while
want
we're at it.
Blood in the Sand.
Revived as $1 bill.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, Max Payne's real good. I beat the first one at least twice. I was almost done the second one, and then my save corrupted. So I didn't get to see it all the way through. And then, of course, I think I bought 3 when it was on a super sale one time for like $5. Oh my god, the game's so good.
Really?
I liked 3 a lot.
I never played it. Just never.
Like is a little bit stiffer than the first game, and it's a little bit more cover based. But I liked the change. It was nice.
Mark?
All right, I have a little bit here too. I'm going to piggyback off of Matt here when he said Max Payne. Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I know they're sitting on it, but
Just
I can't even play the first one.
it's a Remedy, right? Same.
Yeah, like
yeah.
because it's like region locked on Xbox or something.
Even if you own it digitally, or it won't let you buy it digitally.
I can't buy it digitally
Yeah.
because of the music
I thought they patched it. And
for PC. I think.
oh, lame.
Yeah, but if you're in Europe, you can play no problem.
That's weird.
Licensing sucks.
F-Zero.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Never forget.
Yeah.
But there will be no mention of F-Zero this year.
Nothing. Like, oh yeah, see, I'm always going against my bets. Never
okay.
mind. Fuck it. Not this year. In the coming years, though.
right.
Punch Out.
Yeah.
I mean, Arms was a nice try, but
Nah.
Arms was a nice try. Thank you very much.
Try again.
Goemon.
Yeah.
Bring that back. I mean, if we're like in 3D action platformer games, that was
It's fucked up how much Konami has been on this in this conversation. Like,
yeah.
come
This next one I probably could have been for the last one what was needed of a reboot, but it fits under here too. But it's weird. I'm gonna say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
on. They need a win in the
They
game department.
they need a good third party supporter that has a good contract, because finding those games now, good luck.
Yeah.
Because it was originally like Konami with Ultra Games, and then it went over to Ubisoft for a little bit, and then Platinum had it for like a second. like way forward here and there, but it was mostly Konami had the thing for it,
And they were good as fuck.
and Konami just stopped giving a shit about everything. So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they definitely need that Arkham Asylum revival.
God, that'd be so good.
They need to, like, have that type of style that brings them, puts them on the map, and it's like, yes, that's a fucking game. Like, not just some arcade thing. Like, make it very like in depth, like
Yeah.
rooftop jumping, sewer surfing, skating, whatever.
I'd be so fucking happy.
I don't
with
know.
that.
They've made an appearance in some Free Cheese productions as of late, so I think
Well,
they're
that's
doing
true.
all right.
Yeah, that's true. Stay tuned this week.
You're right.
And they're in Injustice.
Yeah.
But like, it's not.
I know what you mean, but
It's not
Just being a
quite
dick.
there, but yes, you are right. You are correct. I mean, they're still being acknowledged, so that's something. But my biggest answer is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Yeah.
That needs to be revived in more ways than one. Like, puns intended. Like, Amy Hennings crowns that as her biggest achievement is writing that series, and it's just a shame that it's been this long and still like nothing. Like,
It's been like 20 years.
and like
Let's say that did not have a PS2 game, right? That was
It did.
all it
it was its last game.
okay.
Defiance, where it actually combined both the Legacy of Kain and the Soul Reaver games, because you could play as both Kain and
Yeah.
Raziel. And it was like, that was it. It left it at that, and nothing
Sucks.
since then. So I would really love to see that.
It's Crystal Dynamics, right? Or no, it's Eidos?
I want to say both.
Yeah.
It
Either
could-
way, like it's a property that could come back. It's not like
Yeah, like
well, even when I say that, like I used to think that everything from Sunsoft was gone forever, but then Blaster Master came back, so
yeah,
Oh, that was another good revival. Blaster Master.
true. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really like Soul Reaver is really what I really want. That would be
Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix.
man.
So I tried to buck convention here because I feel like I always say the words Castlevania and Darkstalkers when we talk about this. So instead of that, I'll say NFL Blitz needs to come back.
Another Midway.
Just fucking bring it back.
They tried.
Not the league.
No.
Oh, you're talking about that? Yeah.
The one with Ray Rice on the cover, and now looking back, that was probably a poor
No,
choice.
man, I want to be a penguin elbow dropping people.
Yes.
Yeah, no, like it wasn't.
I want.
They
Blitz or
tried,
Blitz
but it
2000.
wasn't like their
Yeah.
best effort
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, NFL Blitz 2000.
Just make that loose ass physics.
I want that arcade feel, man.
Yep.
And that goddamn announcer.
So good. That Parodius. Speaking of Konami,
Yeah.
just give me a modern ass, fucking polished ass Parodius.
But we do need a Darkstalkers. I'm even in
Well,
agreement
yeah,
with
we
that.
do need a Darkstalker. And my last answer, which I will never let die, it's called Patapon. Just fucking. Oh my god. I was even thinking about it when I was writing it down earlier. As blasphemous as this is going to sound, I would play it on my phone.
What's the wrong with saying that?
Because I want it like on a Vita, but I don't. It's never going to fucking happen. But I would play that where you put the drums on 1, 2, 3, 4 across the bottom of your phone. Just boom, 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 boom.
Is it too low of a blow to say that Star Fox needs a revival? Because every game's a revival.
No, Star Fox. It kept popping into my
or
head.
it's always a reboot.
Yeah. There it is.
Every time you say Starbucks, I'm just thinking that moment down here, that guy with that dick-eating grin, and we're all like, "Why the fuck is he happy?" And then he comes back out with Star Fox.
With all his Star Fox inch dick.
Like this game looks not good. Why is he grinning? Oh, you got Star Fox.
He's got a secret.
It's like you picked on a nerd, and then he knows that his bigger brother Jock is gonna come in.
Yeah. It's okay. You keep laughing at
Yeah.
me. Check this out.
I wonder what the tone of their E3 conference is going to be this year, because it's not going to be, guys, help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want another guy coming in on a dirt bike and falling, but this time they have laser tag again.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh, I forgot about the laser tag.
They've had some E3s, man.
Can we revive that?
Yeah, so bring it back. Well, speaking of bringing it back, we are going to go to a break, and we are going to come back with some quick, hot news before we get out of here. Be right back. All right, it is time for some news. We're going to do this one a little bit swiftly here because we had a great conversation about remakes, reboots, and revivals, which you should go listen to. That just happened. So if you somehow skipped to this and didn't hear that, hit that rewind button or find out now along with us. Devil May Cry is coming to Switch. First time in history that a Devil May Cry game's been on a Nintendo platform, which I found surprising.
Yeah.
I thought they would have come out on GameCube.
Almost.
Yeah.
With Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
Dante was playable in the PS2 version.
Interesting. But yeah, so that'll be out. No release date, right? Just that it's coming.
I think so, yeah. It's weird that it's not just the collection.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe they'll be released separately.
Yeah. Coming this summer is what it says in the tweet. Microsoft put out a patent for a new Braille controller. It looks fucking cool. I've seen there's these like Bluetooth Braille readers that you can buy. That the keys kind of like pop up as you're reading along. So it seems like similar technology built into the back of an Xbox controller, which I think it's so cool. The advancements that the companies, specifically Microsoft too, have made in advancing accessibility stuff in video games. Because that's the one thing I always go to. Like, man, I think about it from time to time, like what my life would be like if I didn't have this or I didn't have that or whatever. And you think like, fuck, how would I even play video games? And it's cool that there's a way to give that back or give it at all. If
or have your friend floss in front of you while you can't.
That fucking commercial. Electronic Arts is bringing its subscription service EA Access to PlayStation 4 starting this July. Was it $4.99 a month, $29.99 a year? However, no word on whether or not this subscription, if you already pay on Xbox, if you can get it on PS4.
So I'm excited about this.
I am. Why are you excited?
Because that means I might not have to spend $60 for me to play NHL for 1 month.
Fair. That's a good point I didn't think about. I'm more excited about it on Xbox because on Xbox you get a bunch of back catalog of Xbox 360 stuff that you don't get on PS4. But other than that, it seems pretty cool. The Tencent has officially stopped operating PUBG Mobile in China and instead launched a game called Game for Peace, which is basically PUBG. But hey, if you're in China and you're upset that you can't play PUBG anymore, Apex Legends is coming to mobile devices, as well as Dead Cells, which is not necessarily in the same vein, but it's coming. A United States senator announced a bill that would ban loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransactions in games played by minors, which is a broad label that the senator will include both games designed for kids under 18 and games, quote, whose developers knowingly allow minor players to engage in microtransactions, end quote. Which seems like a very difficult thing to quantify.
It's never going to happen.
I mean, it happened in China.
But that's China's a different beast.
I know. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to pan out. I also don't know how I feel about the government regulating video games.
You don't?
Yeah, like I kind of don't want that at all. But
I'm about to turn into, oh my God, I can't think of his name from King of the Hill.
Dale?
Dale.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn into Dale. This happens.
Yeah.
You mean Rusty?
Shackleford. That cool ass Nintendo Q&A hit finally that I love reading. However, after that announcement that Nintendo was partnering with Tencent to bring the Switch to China, a lot of the investors kept saying, so what are your plans to do to go to China? And they were like, well, it's like we detailed and like we've said, and that's pretty much all we can say. Next question. So with the Tencent deal, what are you, like, so many fucking questions were wasted on that. Like, ask something cool. Like, where the fuck is Mother 3?
How will Bowser take the criticism of being asked about Mother 3?
There you go. If Piranha Plant wears the crown, does she also become hot? No one asked the important stuff. there was some interesting stuff in there, but nothing that was like, it's stuff that I find fucking cool, but I'm an asshole, so I don't know. Sorry, I'm kind of moving through these little quickly here. That reverse friendly fire in Rainbow Six Siege is now active in every platform. So this is kind of the grieving mechanic where if you, which apparently this was a problem that was prevalent in Rainbow Six Siege.
Yes, it is.
You start the match and someone goes, "Fuck you," and shoots you as a teammate.
A lot of games did
Been
that.
on both ends of that.
Oh, good for you. Well, because you've gotten icy. You
Retaliatory,
retaliate.
and then if I ever played with Nick, when Nick would get shot because he ran his mouth too much, I would then shoot back. Yep.
So now, if you grief your teammate, when you shoot, you're actually shooting yourself as a temporary setback.
Oh, wow.
So it's trying to prevent players from doing playing like Matt, basically. I think is
I never
the
did
fine
it.
print.
I never did it like that.
I know.
Some guy was being a dick.
I know. Don't be a dick. Just play games.
That's a vigilante.
He's a Matt who is a vigilante. Can you see through wooden doors?
A digilante.
Just quoting Freddy Got Fingered over here. Dota 2's The International, or TI 9 prize pool earned $6 million in the first 24 hours, but it's way up there now at this
I
point.
think it's over 10 now.
Yeah. And that'll keep climbing. There is a story that I posted from Famitsu that is entirely in Japanese.
Yep, couldn't translate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was cool, though. I read it in the middle of the week, and I was like, that's cool. We should talk about it on the podcast. But, yeah, I forgot to get the translated version. So, moving on from that.
Well done.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well done by everyone here at the table.
Party City to close approximately 45 stores.
Continuing a story from, 3 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago, yeah. 45 stores closing amid helium shortage. The Party Store chain announced the move after reporting first quarter losses. There you go.
Damn.
I know.
I didn't think helium was the.
That global helium shortage is real.
I didn't know the stores ran on helium. Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And last but not least, at least as of this recording, Respawn will ban Apex Legends players who piggyback on teams. So if you're one of those dudes who just goes in and stands still, nah, not happening.
Good.
Which, yeah, because that sucks. Or the dudes who just drop in and fucking go fuck off. I don't think they're addressing that at all, but I don't know. So yeah, there's your news for the week. Outside of all the announcements from State of Play, the second PlayStation Direct that happened this week, showed us more on Monster Hunter World Iceborne. They showed some gameplay stuff. I'm sure they showed stuff that someone who played would have been like, "Oh my god, you could do that!" But it was all over my head. We got to see Riverbond, which looked like 3D Dot Game Heroes voxel stuff.
Yeah.
We got to see Away, the survival series, which is a new game that was not Tokyo Jungle 2, which led us all to be very
That was my
excited.
fault.
It's okay. You
There
there you go. Fucking revive that game. Bring back Tokyo Jungle 2.
Yes.
God.
Or make Tokyo Jungle 2
just
or
do that.
reboot
Yeah,
it.
just do it.
What a game. What a weird idea. That's such a good game.
Did we ever play that for the site?
I never.
I think we did.
Okay. If not, we should.
It must have been I wasn't there then because I never.
Okay, we're going to do that soon. Look, coming soon to a freecheese.com near you. Medieval is coming out October 25th, 2019, just in time for H-Ween. And then Predator Hunting Grounds revealed, being developed by, what are they called? Ilphonic.
In partnership with 20th Century Fox.
Yes. Being published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Yeah,
The people who did Friday the 13th, the game,
are making Predator the game.
yeah, just credit the writers, guys.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
That's all you can do. And then we got our first look at the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, holy shit. This game has been...
Did you go back and compare to the 2015 one?
No.
No, I did not.
Man, It's a difference.
Yeah.
I kind of like Cloud's hair in the last one, but I also like the new one too. Like the new one's way more realistic and believable. But
I did not think I
Other than
cared
that-
about this, but seeing it, I was
Dude.
immediately just swept off my feet.
he beefy boy now.
Oh yeah.
He was like Twigs
Yeah.
in the last one, and I know that was a big complaint for most people. But yeah, everything looks really good.
Yeah. Super dope.
I need to go back and see the updated trailer in the PS4.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
You think they patched
Trailer
it
watch. No.
Watch the PS3 tech demo, then watch the
There you go.
PS4 and then-
Do a viewing party. So that is your news for the week, albeit brief and a bit truncated. But we are on a time crunch, and we already gave you 2 hours worth of good hot show to get through. Next week for episode 300, you don't want to miss that one because we're going to induct a new gamer into the Hall of Fame. Who's it going to be? Not even we know yet because we're doing it live. Not live, but on the internet, raw style. If you're familiar with how we did it for our Game of the Year show at Game of the Year 2019, what year is it? 2018. We are going to do that again with sticky notes on the table, screaming at each other, breaking hearts, and kissing
Farts.
butts. This week, light on video content because we got a big one hitting you on Friday. Of course, if you're following Free Cheese FCW, you already know what's coming. But maybe if you haven't opened your Twitter app, or maybe if you did, but it put all the fucking top tweets at the top, even though you said, give me the latest tweets, you son of a bitch.
Every time.
Every fucking time you're seeing the top tweets. Maybe you missed it, but FCW Last Chance coming this Friday. Matt, you want to give him a tease?
I already teased enough.
Boom! He teased enough.
Are you ready?
There it is. We got some stuff coming. So check that out Friday at noon. We'll all be, I don't know. I popped in the comments for a good chunk of that last premiere. So if you want to hang out and talk about it as you're seeing it, I will likely be in there. I think that's it. That's all I got. Follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at some Free Cheese. Mark is at _mental. Matt is at MattyAce131. I am at The Free Cheese. Go follow Free Cheese FCW to stay up on all of the wrestling happenings. You can also follow along with the hashtag. Fuck, I forget if I made it Last Chance FCW or FCW Last Chance.
I would think
Use both.
FCW Last Chance.
I can't remember. I didn't tweet it yet. I'll look at the file.
Okay.
I'll look at the file, and then you could follow FCW. Free Cheese FCW, and you'll find, God, there's too many Fs. There it is. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for hanging out and listening. Take care.